What's going on? It's Motor City Sports Talk. It's your boy CJ Goodfella narrating on the mic. And, Jose Calderon signed a 1-year deal worth $2.4 million with the Detroit Pistons. He returns to Detroit. He's been a little bit everywhere, Detroit, Cleveland, LA. But he returns to the D. And, Jose Calderon is a guy that's going to at least do one thing. He gonna knock down the open jumper. He was with Cleveland last year. He came up short in the finals. He really didn't contribute like that due to the young guard play they have with Rodney Hood and George Hill and J.R. Smith and a little bit of Jordan Clarkson. He got lost in the shuffle, but he's 36 years old. Didn't put up huge numbers last year. But you ask, why would the Pistons sign him? One, he was cheap, and two, they need some veteran leadership in the locker room, and they need some vets, and they need a vet point guard. And plus, they need some shooting. If anything, they need a guy that can knock down a jump shot, man, open jumper. When it come down to it, they need a three-point specialist, and that's one thing that a 36-year-old Jose Calderon can still provide, and that's a knockdown jumper. And, out of all their point guards, he's probably the best shooter, easily, and that's what they need in that veteran leadership. Blake Griffin, Reggie Jackson, Andre Drummond, those guys ain't really cornerstone leaders yet. And I'm not saying Jose Calderon going to come in there and rally the troops and get them all captivated and ready to go for war every night for 82 games. But he's a guy that Blake and Dre and Reggie Jackson can lean on. He's been around LeBron. He's been around a lot of other great players. He got a lot of insight on and off the court. He can be like the veteran big brother in the locker room. And that's what the Pistons need until Blake Griffin and Andre Drummond turn into the leader that they need. In L.A., it was mostly Chris Paul being the leader and Blake Griffin pretty much following behind. When Chris Paul left, he was trying to assume that leadership position. He's still learning to be a leader. Andre Drummond too immature to be a leader right now. It's time for him to mature up and man up and become the leader that he needs to be. But until they mature into the leader, this is going to be the shoulder that a lot of them young rooks and them young players going to need to lean on. That's Jose Calderon. That's the reason why you bring an old veteran like that. A lot of the young teams, they need vets. Every team need old vets. If they might be LeBron, they still active to play. Or they might be like Jose Calderon or Juwan Howard at the end of the Heat run. You need that player coach type of vet. A guy that can still hoop, but that can still give a good insight to players and know what they're going through. And those are the main reasons that Calderon is here. It's to provide veteran leadership and it's to hit open three-pointers. Before he left, I thought he played pretty good. He was knocking down every open shot. His jumper was on point. He had a little bit of juice left in the legs, but, right now, he's not going to come in here and give you 82 games at 40 minutes or 30 minutes a pop. If he gives you 82 games, it's going to be 15 or 20 minutes. He going to spell Ish Smith, Or if Ish Smith in the situational basketball and they need a shooter more than a penetrating point guard and Reggie Jackson not available, then, Jose Calderon going to go in there and he going to hit the open shots and hit open threes and make the correct plays, Until Ish Smith, shows that he can develop a jump shot. You look at the team, Drummond, Jackson, Griffin, Bullock, Johnson, Luke Kennard, Henry Ellison, Eric Moreland, Langston Galloway, John Lord. You look at these guys. They ain't none of these guys really older vets. They're not, solid vets. So some of these young guys gonna need somebody to lean on, a player coach type of guy. And that's going to be Jose Calderon. He's going to give them the insight and the 411, how to deal with NBA life on and off the court. And he's going to be able to help the coaches reach the younger players. And this is an extension of Dwayne Casey on the court or in the locker room. More likely to be in the locker room. I don't think Jose Calderon is going to pull a lot of big minutes. I don't believe that. But he's definitely a good veteran leadership presence in the locker room. And at the end of the day, if anything, you down 3. I don't see too many Detroit Pistons I will put over Jose Calderon to go in there to knock down a three-pointer. So he provides shooting. But don't forget, we on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. Those links are in the description. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon and share the videos. Motor City Talk with a new wave, new media coming into Detroit, and continue to subscribe and listen. We're going to continue to put out a good product, the best that we can to our ability. And thank everybody for listening. And we're going to continue to stay busy while the channel's sleeping, waiting for the regular season Lions to start, the training camp to start. We still working, man. And we always going to stay working. We gone.